All right, here we go. I bounce back and forth between whether to do another video on 5GOOL or a video on detecting fake base stations, and I figure I will go with the fake base stations because there's a new tool, and I'll talk about here in a second. But just so you kind of understand the hardware that I'm using and kind of my thought process here, I considered putting together a kit, and I probably will, and see if there's any interest in it. But it'll be a laptop that has about the same, well, literally the same processor that the War Dragon has. It does have double the RAM and double the storage space, but very simple laptop that runs DragonOS really nice. It's nothing crazy and expensive or super powerful. It gets the job done with some of the things that I'm going to demonstrate, but the intent is to run through some of these applications here, whether it be GSM, LTE, 5G. Okay, so that's just so you understand the hardware there. We're going to use SRS RAN 4G, and we're going to use this RayHunter software that goes on the Orbic mobile hotspot. It's a Rust tool to detect cell site simulators. I'm going to trigger a warning on it by way of running my own 4G LTE network with the LibreSDR. That's my goal anyways, and we'll get the Orbic to connect and just see if we can trigger an alarm. Obviously there's a lot more to read through on what this RayHunter code, what it's doing, how it determines what it determines, but I think this is a good demonstration. Let's get started. I've did some of the configuration already. I've looked at and shown this note before from SRAN 4G on the COTS UE. I have a sysmocom sim that I plan to have probably even in the kit. It's in the Orbic hotspot. I already have done what is necessary for the LibreSDR to work. I replaced the DragonOS system installed bin file for the B210 with the modified one, so the system treats and acts just like, hey, there's a B210 connected. I am going to make a couple changes here due to the sysmocom sim and what SRS RAN is recommending here. So we need to edit our SRS RAN EPC file. It's like two changes. I changed the MCC to match what the sysmocom sim comes with, which is the 999 and the MNC of 70. Save that file. I made a couple edits to the enb.conf, which again MCC and the MNC. And then I came down a little bit further and I did modify and uncomment this downlink IRSN, put in a 5230. Couple reasons why, but we're just going to try and attract this Orbic here. And just to I'll point it out a couple times. Make sure you do what is necessary to not be broadcasting over the air, interfering with anything else. I'm not advocating any of that. This is all equipment that is just experimenting on my own stuff, or as part of this, this lab setup here. So just trying to make that clear. And the other thing we need to do here is edit our, let me think, our user db.csv, and I have put in the sysmocom information here that is provided when you purchase the SIM cards. So you've got your, really I just needed the MZ, the key, and the OPC. And I used, sorry, just so you can see where did I get the other bits of information. There's an example here. This line 20, I copied and pasted that over to here, and I simply replaced the MZ. The key, I did lowercase all the letters, and then the OPC value, everything else I left the same, the 9,000, so on, down the line there. I did that so that the Orbic can connect. Last thing we need to do is modify the Orbic itself, and I downloaded a release already. Downloaded the latest release, which fixed the installer. Went ahead and extracted it. I installed ADB to the laptop, and this would be, taking care of it if it was all complete for the kit. I ran the install Linux. I do have the Orbic powered on and the USB-C plugged in. Just note the next command I'm going to do, once this all pushes through here, we're going to do a little bit of port forwarding, I guess you'd say, with ADB. And I'll show you why, because we're just going to access the web page that is now going to be running on the Orbic after this modification from localhost right here over USB. So I need to remember anytime I reboot the device, we got to run this again. And I say that because I may have to like reboot it as part of getting it to connect to the hotspot that I want to create here in a second. So you can see I had it open earlier and kind of messing around with it. All my previous things, that recordings are shown here. There is PCAPs that you can open to see all about the cellular information that it is gathering. And then we can see live system stats and the analysis of the current capture. You notice it was green. I'm looking to generate another warning up here. And so let's try and do that. We're going to start up our EPC. And then we're going to, let's get another window here, and we will start our ENB. So at this point there will be some broadcasting going on, and pay attention to activity in the window in the back here. We're looking for the Orbic to attempt basically connect, which it did in this case right away. We can see, and you can kind of see everything's happening at once here. We did get the MZ here of the connection of the Orbic. It has then determined, hey, there's something not quite right here, so I'm getting this warning. You can look at the PCAP for more information. I would say probably safe to say, because this is not a real connection here that is happening, or not a real, what am I trying to say? It's basically a cell simulator or a fake base station. A lot of these settings probably don't mimic, and I'm making kind of an assumption here, the real thing. So if we look down, we can see, hey, what's going on here? Analysis, report of the current capture. There is some messages that are being spit out here. This particular one, severity high, talking about cell suggested use of null cipher. There's obviously a lot more I need to learn about RayHunter and why it's saying what it says. What would trigger the null cipher message. That I can't speak to. I just wanted to show, hey, we can get this set up, we can get the Orbic connected, and RayHunter appears to be working. And I think it's a good tool to learn about what's within the realm of possible as far as protecting yourself and knowing a little bit about what's out there in the spectrum. I know that was kind of fast. I just wanted to kind of show what is within the realm of possible. I think this is a great tool for learning and to understand what's in the environment around yourself and how to protect yourself. Yeah, let me know what you think. All right.